And welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask for the Nintendo GameCube. Alright my friends, welcome back. So, we're going to be entering the last dungeon of the game. But first, we have to play this annoying song, the Elegy of Emptiness. And the only reason I call it annoying is because we have to play this song about, I don't know, a dozen hundred times. It can get quite tedious. And there's that freaky Link statue that we all have come to love and be scared of. Alright, let's go ahead and get our other masks equipped because we're going to be needing them a lot during this as well. We can't make 3 copies of one statue. That would be handy, but we can't, unfortunately. I think there is a certain order for doing this. I might be wrong in saying that, but let me go ahead and see. I think there might actually be a certain way of doing this. I don't really think it matters, but there might be. Yeah, possibly. Let me go ahead and try this one. This will replace the Link statue that we've already got set down. Yeah, we have to play this song a lot, and we're not even in the dungeon yet. And this dungeon is called the Stone Tower Temple. And halfway through, it decides to flip 180 on us, which is very, very strange. There we go, yeah, that's the one we need to do. There is a certain puzzle aspect to this one. I don't really think it's that difficult, but yeah, it's right, left, and the middle one. It's all coming back to me now. The joys of the puzzles that involve the statues. Okay, we will get in there. What I did is off screen, I went back to day 1. I came back here and I hit the jars that are near the owl statue. Because every time you teleport here you get a fairy and some supplies out of that. So now I have, let's see, 2 fairies. So it's, you know, it's worth taking them into the dungeon. There are actually, I think, 2 mini bosses here and the final boss, of course. And to be fair, one of the mini bosses is actually incredibly difficult. I think his name is Gamos or something like that. I can't remember what his name is, but he's actually a very hard mini-boss. He's the mini-boss with the bats flying around him repetitively. And I think he does like between 1 and 2 hearts of damage per hit. And he's very, very quick. He's a very quick enemy, so we're just going to have to be very careful in this dungeon. But here we go. Thankfully, because I'm not getting all the stray fairies, this is going to be slightly easier than what it would be if we were getting the fairies, because some chests spawn upside down, and you can see yourself come into this temple about 3 or 4 times, because you have to go outside of the temple to flip it 180. We'll get to that later on, but yeah, this is a very strange place. Very strange place, and like what I was saying, we're already going to be using the Elegy of Emptiness, and it happens a lot in this dungeon. It does get a little bit boring, but unfortunately we have to do it. So if I remember correctly, isn't there something over here? There is one of these boxes here. I think you can put this on one of these switches. In the 3DS version, it's a giant block that you actually pull. I don't know why they did away with that in the 3DS version, but oh well. So again, I don't know how many times I've played this already. It's probably about 4 times, 5 times now. And I think we have to come back to this room later on. I'm not looking forward to this temple. And the boss of this temple is, I don't know, some sort of, if I remember correctly, because it's been a long time since I defeated the last boss of the last temple, it's like 2 flying dragon type things. And we get to be a giant as well. We get a new mask in this dungeon. We get the giant's mask, which literally turns us into a giant. And we get to fight those 2 bosses as a giant. And it does kind of help actually, because you do more damage that way. And the fight is just a lot more easier in your favour. I actually found that boss fight incredibly hard on the 3DS version. It was really not fair. Let me tell you, it punished the player. It's because of the new way that you have to kill the boss. Stuff comes out of their like mouths or their heads. It's, don't know, it's like something out of Resident Evil, but you have to destroy that to actually kill that enemy. And that can be a little bit much. That really can. So what you want to go ahead and do is just, if I remember correctly, isn't it just, don't we need to destroy this? Yeah, we destroy this. And you can go down there, or you can take the ladder, or the staircase rather. And one of the most annoying enemies in this place is not only these birds that are flying around, it's actually that annoying electric dragonfly. We come across one of them in the southern swamp area. They're very, I don't know, they're very hard to kill because they fly around your head and they have a nasty attack. So down here there should be 2 chests that we can get. As you saw, we destroyed the panel of flooring there. And what that does for us is it allows us to get some light, which we can now use with the mirror shield to get rid of this block. And we have to get rid of that block because that's where the chest is going to be spawning any second. And I actually recommend that you do this with the Goron mask. What I'm about to do is punch these guys. You normally can. Maybe I'm thinking of the 3DS version because you can actually hit those in the 3DS version. Because this is actually the map in the 3DS version, so I do get a little bit mixed up sometimes. The chests are actually moved around a bit and everything else. So yeah, this is actually the map still. Oh, this guy can actually be interacted with, alright. Okay. Camera's a little bit skew with, but there we go. When you're in the shield position here, they can't really hurt you. So you're pretty good. And obviously he's safe against lava. So you just literally just do that. You hit him twice, duck for cover, and you're pretty much good. I don't know why I couldn't interact with the other ones. All of these are interactable in the 3DS version for some reason. Maybe it's just these ones in the... yeah, it is. It's just these ones. That's actually quite surprising. That justifies my point, actually. The 3DS version is much harder in some aspects. But we need this small key. So, screw these guys in, apparently. They literally have nothing for us. That's so weird. You have to fight them. Never mind, less enemies for me. What you want to do now is go through this door before that dragonfly wrecks our shit up. And we enter this area here. There's one of them enemies there. We end up having to fight about 2 of them in this place. So let's see, how is this laid out again? Because this place is so different. I mean, I have got all the stray fairies before. I have actually played this casually in my own time. And I don't know, it is very difficult in some places. It really is. Now, the way to get that chest is let this hand grab you. What it'll do is it'll actually throw you up here. And what that does for you is it allows you to get the chest that's just around here. And if I remember correctly, this actually has a small key in it as well. Yeah, it does. Okay, yeah, they changed this. They made it so that over there, just in that corner of water there was actually another bit of platform that you could jump onto, and it had a switch, and that switch spawned a chest here. So they did actually change this game quite a lot. Now hopefully I can dodge that guy. Yes, I can. And we're just going to swim around here. Thankfully, Zora Link is incredibly fast, so it does kind of make sense to use him. There we go, right. Let's see, we don't need to worry about that side yet. This is where you can actually redirect light. You redirect it at this mirror, and it can redirect it in other directions. There is a segment in this game that I'm really not looking forward to, actually, because it does involve having to do that about 2 times. And this is the room. I don't like this room. I have many nightmares about this room. And I could be here for a very long time. So with any luck, I won't be. There is one thing that I do really love about the 3DS version though, is the controls are a heck lot easier. Right, so what you want to do here, basically, as you can see, there's some light pooling into this room. And this is nasty. This really, really sucks. Them enemies actually spawn back. What you want to do is you want to charge up that mirror shield there, redirect the light at this one, and then whilst they're trying to wreck your shit up, get rid of this block. And actually, thankfully, I did it first time. I have actually messed that up about 5 to 6 times before, and that I really was worried that that was going to be what takes up most of the time today. So thankfully it's not. I can hold my head held high. We can still mess this up though. What you want to do here is, as you can see, there's some air being blown upwards into the sky. We use, you know, Deku Link to just get around here as easy as we can. He doesn't really have the greatest deal of distance to be able to cover with. You see that? This is what I'm talking about. In the 3DS version, they give you a lot more distance that you can cover as Deku Link. So this actually is quite difficult. He runs out of time very quickly. And I'm not making a pun about this game and us having 3 days. No, you literally don't have enough time whatsoever. You see this? Look, I'm going to be falling down again in a second. Yeah, I mean, that royally sucks. This is royally boning me terribly now, so this could be where the time actually gets eaten up. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping we're going to do this okay. There's actually a switch down there that you can get to. All that does basically is gives you a chest that you can use to get another Stray Fairy. Completely optional. Oh jeez, I hate this part of the game so freaking much. I really do. Because it's really not fair. You can see very clearly there that I don't actually have enough time to do that. I mean, he starts getting tired there, you see, I haven't even made it to the first one yet. And he's already getting tired. It's like, give me a break. You really need to get past that with no trouble whatsoever, because then he just drops down. Oh no! No, 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 no way did that just happen to me. I'm pretty confident this time though. That would have been third time lucky. I think this is like fourth or fifth time now. I've lost count already. I need to turn this immediately and I need to dodge that first bollard there, because if I can get past that, I won't have that much trouble. No! Damn it, how did I make it? What? I don't understand this. I actually don't get this. Like, this is really actually quite frustrating me. Right, second one. That's it. Oh, we're going to screw this up, aren't we? Get under that fan a minute. There we go. Maybe I can just sort of redirect it now without hitting that bomb. I think that might be what you're supposed to do. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. Kind of charge up your aerodynamics, whatever you want to call it. So this... Oh, actually, no. Tell a lie. There's actually... Well, actually, yeah, no, there are only 2 mini-bosses. But there's one of those other guys that I'll show off later on. So, wait a minute. Get out my way a minute. I need to get out of this attire. Yeah, he actually packs a nasty punch as well. Best way to beat him, as far as I know, because he does a lot of jumping, is get the hook shot equipped. Like that. And that will freeze him in place. And if you've got enough time, it helps if you're a little bit closer than what I currently was, but... Oh, that was close. That was very close. Oh, damn it. See that cheap shot? That cheap shot, that last dying attack. There we go. Trying to do one of them jump attacks. They do tend to do more damage. Oh, damn it. I was trying to freeze him for a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer so I could get to him. Playing with fire. Literally playing with fire here, actually. There we go. Oh, I hate that cheap shot that he does at the end there. That could be enough to finish me. Oh. Backstabber. Oh, no. Why did I try and attack him twice? I know I can't. Why do I do stupid things like that sometimes? It's not this guy that I'm worried about, believe it or not. It's actually the other guy with the bats around him. I'm not looking forward to that. He takes loads of hits to kill. This guy's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, if you get him into a corner, you can kind of just rinse and repeat this section a little bit easier, because he doesn't really have that many places to move. But as you can see, he's like dancing all over the place and he kills you like that. But thankfully, like I said, I came into this place with 2 fairies, just in case for some reason I messed this part up. Let's try and get a quick attack in there. There we go. Alright. I want to try and keep my other fairies, though, to be honest with you. I don't really want to lose 2 to this guy. That would be really embarrassing. There we go. So he's dead. He's like the Gyro Master. Alright, and this is where we get the light arrows. So this is the final arrows that we can get in the game. And he just like kamikazes, he's just, you know, dead. And that's it. Just pieced out like that. What a way to go. But who cares, we got the light arrows. Alright. So now the light arrows actually turn this dungeon upside down many times actually. We actually have to leave the dungeon to do it though. So I'm going to show what I mean. Let's get the heck out of this place. Because we're pretty much done here for now. We've done the first segment of this game now. Now the best way to kill this guy up here is use the hook shot. What it does is it takes off his mask when he turns around and faces me. There we go. And the hook shot does damage as well, so stops him from getting closer to you, and it pretty much kills him. There is a switch below me that you can hit with a bomb, but all that does is spawns a chest that has a stray fairy in it, so if you've been missing that one, that might be one that you need, because that one can be quite easily missed. Now for this guy, you want to go ahead and get yourself some arrows. I don't know if the hookshot works against him, but I'm used to this. Get a little bit close, wait for him to slam the ground like that. His eye will be vulnerable, as you can see there. Kind of like Goma, in a way. And he only takes about, I don't know, 3 or I think it might be 4 hits actually. This guy normally takes about 4 hits with the arrows. Except that was not fair in the slightest. But there we go, he's dead. And let me see, I think this might actually be the... This might be the stone mask. I'm not too sure because I think it would be in a better chest than that. No, that's a stray fairy. One of these guys gives us the stone mask in the N64/GameCube version, but in the 3DS version you get it in the last battle, which is very strange actually for them to do that. But what I'm going to do here is take care of you because I know what you're like, and I know what you're like as well. You're both equally annoying douchebags, so let me get rid of them first. Okay. There we go, nicely done. Right, what we're going to need to do now is actually exit the dungeon, because this is how we turn it 180. Thankfully I'm not getting the stray fairies, I really can't stress that enough. But unfortunately in the 3DS version this is a lot easier, because what we have to do here is move the middle block. Because behind that middle block is the switch that we need to hit with the light arrows. It's not that one either, so it's got to be the other one. I don't think I have to move all 3 of them just to hit a switch. That can't be true, surely. Let me just go ahead and see what this one does for us. Yeah, there we go. So that will actually be enough. That will actually be fine, because what I can do is I can go on the one of the other blocks, if that makes sense. And I'll be able to shoot it from there. Okay, as Bon Jovi said, we're halfway there. Let's do the second half of this dungeon then. So, like I said, you want to go ahead and make sure that you have the light arrows equipped. And what you could do, rather than knocking all the different blocks out of the way, you can actually shoot this switch from here. I normally do that. Yeah, we actually have to shoot this with a light arrow. And what that does, for some reason, I don't know how you'd figure this out, but it turns the dungeon upside down, which I think is a really, really cool touch. I have to admit. Very, very cool touch indeed. Now what I am tempted to do, I probably shouldn't have done that. I would really like to have a second fairy for this second half. Let me go ahead and just quickly do that then. It makes sense because I'm not going into this unequipped. There is a boss, a mini boss coming up later on that will probably, I don't know, will probably take a fairy or 2 off of me. And I don't know if I'm up for that kind of risk, going in there with just 1. I wouldn't feel as safe. But when you teleport back here, obviously the owl statue is there and everything is turned back up the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so let me go ahead and make sure that I get this fairy then. We're going to need this. We are definitely going to need this. If I need this, I'm going to be happy because I was right. And being right feels good. Right, there we go. Just grab ourselves some supplies, and yeah, in the next episode, guys, we're going to be going into that dungeon 180. So I do hope you're enjoying the playthrough, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Alright guys, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.